Hi. I don't know if you can hear me. My speaker is here at the bottom. So I'm going to put my sunglasses here to kind of prop it up. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't know. Let's see how I can do this. My name is Laverne Shay. I don't know what to do. And, you know, I made a video. It's in my face now. About this rioting. Now, I'm on the side of right, and who knows what right is in this atmosphere. People that have experienced something, they're right, or what they think is right as far as a response. I need to take this junk off. Is to riot and tear up stuff and get people's attention through. It's so many levels of crazy here. First of all, no one has the right to put their hands on anybody else that they didn't birth into the world. First of all, if they're under 16, maybe 17. It depends on what they're doing. Second of all, nobody is the authority, per se, in a lot of these scenarios, so there's confusion. Who made you the authority figure? Who made you the enforcer of what's right and wrong, and who's right and who's wrong and who doesn't? In other words, when there's racial issues or just stupidity, who's to say you are the person supposed to regulate? Okay? You got the extremists on both sides. My point is, there's this lady. Well, when everything first kind of initially happened, someone was tearing up my car. They were cutting the line. I had a whole bunch of stuff that happened. I had to fix it. That caused me to now be behind in a lot of stuff. Okay? But God is yet making a way. I'm up here working on a master plan for people that are homeless and struggling out here with their children or with their families, or even just in their lives, in themselves, men, women, boys, and girls. And here's someone that wants to tear up my car so that I cannot create wealth or get to where I need to go to get what I need. So I'll be set back and homeless and no one to call and ask, hey, can I stay with you or can I borrow some money? Here I am trying to help, and I'm being inconvenienced. So that's not the only thing or the only time that happened to me. So no, I wasn't necessarily like, yeah, let's riot. Because see, somebody was tearing up my stuff. They were rioting against me. So my stance was a little different. Because I knew it was partially prejudice on a racial side, two different groups. One moment. All right. Thank you. And also, racial groups that were clearly making it known that they wanted to give me a hard time in life, period. And then there was some just tension, like, except my group, which I mixed with 9 nationalities, or maybe 11. And I've seen my people of all races. It's amazing when you look at your DNA and you look at the people that are related to you that have no African, but maybe their uncle or somebody is making children with Africans or whatever, or with whoever. And you look at the faces and they look like yours when they smile. Some of them had smiles. And they have the same smirk. And the same other side. And I'm like, oh my God, this is me in a different gender and a different skin. Oh my God, really? And I guess we're about the same age, some of us. Lily, another nationality. German, European, whatever. But that's part of my heritage. So when I hear people saying crazy stuff, the lady that I was doing home care for, she said, oh yeah, my Swedish and my Norwegian roots are blah blah blah. And I said, yeah, we share heritage together. We do. I have some percentages of Norwegian and Swedish heritage. I ain't asked for it. That's what it is. I believe it. So I'm taking stuff up off the floor. So And so, there's people banging up my stuff in my area for various reasons. I haven't done nothing to nobody. Give me a hard time. What I'll do? Watch him slam doors. He make me sick. So mean. I don't know why. He always comes in and slams the doors. He's throwing stuff like he's crazy. I thought he was a really nice guy, but he's really going crazy. I don't know why. He's coming very mean. He's a really nice guy. Slams doors now. Really disrespectful. But anyway, so I noticed all this stuff, and I'm coming from my point of view where I have a luxury car that's probably worth $10, but people act like it's $40,000 and they just love tearing it up. So relating to the riot, tearing up other people's property, I'm thinking of my property. So I'm like, it's wrong. It's wrong. And everybody look like, what color are you? Aren't you black? Is you alright? No one asked me my story. So I wasn't going with the let's tear up somebody's stuff because we don't like them. Because we're tired of the treatment that we have. I was thinking, there's better ways to do this. So then I go on social media, and there's this lady, and she's darker skinned, and I knew that where this was going, because darker skinned people tend to have these complexes where, can y'all just help us? Can't y'all just say something for us? When you guys see us going through stuff, can't you just be our friend and put a word in for us and all this? And I was like, that's where she went wrong. You don't ask permission for no one to, but she was afraid. She made it clear she was very scared because she's always being stopped, and I don't know what triggered her this day because she's always been stopped. She said 4 or 5 times a year, however long she's been in this neighborhood, they've been stopping her. So I'm trying to figure out why this day was it so intense. Was it in the riot time, or she thought of her mortality? Like, man, this stop right here could have been my life. I don't know. I didn't hear any. Like, he put me in cuffs and he threw me around and he put me on the ground. It was so degraded. I didn't hear that. I just heard her, like, almost as an observer. It was freaking out. I've done that, so I get it. But I thought something had really happened to her, like somebody had really violated her. But someone stopping you and asking you questions, like where you going, where you been, all that, that could be violated, especially in your own community. That can be very upsetting, especially when you think of where it can go, especially after George Floyd. Absolutely. I think about it all the time. I always have. They used to always stop me in my cars. I didn't know how to drive at the time. I didn't pay no attention. I don't know how to drive. They're not going to say, ma'am, you don't know how to drive, especially if you're not speeding, but you're still kind of reckless. Like, you're not making a complete stop. There are children in the area, and you're like a fast 30. You know what a fast 30 is? Figure it out. There was a slow 30 and it was fast 30. 30 is like when you have that momentum with it. Like when you are doing 30, but you're still coming to all the stops kind of hard. Like, you don't realize it. Where you can actually have a smooth 30, where you can control the car and you don't feel it going forward when you stop. I've learned that. I used to have that fast 30, which was irritating, but I didn't know the difference. Now I do. But she was talking, and she was really distraught about the treatment of the people in her community, including herself, and this, that, and the other. And she was crying, and she was saying, look, I don't condone whatever. She said, but I completely understand why it's happening, because we've hit a brick wall. We don't know what to do. What about tools and education? Didn't I say that? Tools and skills. Tools and skills. Okay? First of all, there is a lot going on. It's not going to be a solution, but these people that are doing this stuff, one of the things we can do, you can have educated fools, trust me, but we can educate our young people. Okay? Maybe some of the older people can go back and get some kind of education, but there's a lot of people that are not creating wealth in their communities. We got to get these kids working and showing them the importance of having money in the community. They're not generating anything. They're not producing. They're just around. They're bored. They don't have skills. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to respond. And generally, the people above them that are related do the same. So we got to get education. We got to get information. We got to start teaching these kids how to create wealth, how to go out and work, how to keep their job, retain a job, regardless of what's going on, until something really happens, a real event. Like just getting fired because somebody's prejudiced is one thing, but if you never showed up, you're not going to know what could happen. Go to work. Go get educated. Go do your thing, okay? Go be able to take care of your family and move around. Something goes down, so we don't know where to go. Go get educated. Go get a degree. Go get a certificate. Work that job. Go to another city. Go to another state. Go to another country. If you have money, you can solve some of these things. But if people are walking around doing nothing, trying to see what they can get into, trying to steal stuff and get mad at people and do stuff, then they're always going to kind of be, I don't know what to do. We got to get these kids educated. We got to get them into some programs so we can create that cultural wealth that we talk about, that we need. Why are people not becoming realtors or brokers in this, or mortgage brokers, lending brokers? Why are they not owning anything? Let's get these people owning some stuff. It's not going to stop the stupid, but at least we're prepared financially to battle it. You need money. Let's generate that money. Let's talk to our young people, get them going, and some of the older people be more supportive, and let's